So this is going to be a different kind of video. Today we'll be looking at games I like and games I don't. So this can be a game from any generation, from the first generation of game consoles to the current generation of game consoles. I'll try to do one game from one gen and another from that gen too, one I like and one I don't like. Kind of like Gilly the Kids videos, but if I can't, you have to bear with me. So today we will be looking at games I like and games I don't like. This is another step in the right direction for me. This might have higher production values than my Harley Quinn video. The first game we're going to be looking at is Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the Sega Genesis. I know, you're like, Brian, why do you like Sonic? It was never good. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is amazing. Sonic 1 is a decent game. Sonic 2 is an amazing game. But Sonic 3 and Knuckles blow Sonic 2 out of the water. How, you may ask? It tries something new. It expands upon Sonic 2 in every way imaginable and gets rid of Sonic CD, which we will not be talking about Sonic CD in this video because I have a worse game than Sonic CD. This game is one of the most fun games I've ever played. It is really, really a great game. If you haven't tried it out already, I think you should try it out. You can get it on Steam. You can get Sonic 3 complete on an emulator, or if you have the Steam port, or even don't, you can get Sonic 3 Air, which is the best way to play it. If you even have a Genesis with it, break it out, even if you have Sonic Mega Collection or the Sonic & Knuckles Collection. Honestly, it's a fun romp. It has a great story element to it. Multiple characters with different campaigns. Sonic has his Insta-Shield, it's amazing. The level design is also really great. It's not only about speed this time, but it's not only about tricky platforming, and it's not boring. There's a lot of stage gimmicks, but some of them range from like fun and unique, like the ice cap springs and the lava reef, like boulder breaking things, to stuff like the Sandopolis Ghosts and the Marble Garden Tops. Overall, I recommend you check it out. It is a great game. It introduces Knuckles, has innovative boss fights, fun enemy placement, and honestly, it's a great romp. It also has a save feature, so you don't have to play it in one sitting. Now, this next game I have a bit more to talk about because I don't like it that much. This may come as a shocker to some people, but it's Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo. Now, I'm in the camp that the Super Nintendo is one of the most overrated systems ever made. It really isn't amazing. I know it has some of the best games ever made. It has Mario World, Super Metroid, A Link to the Past. I'm not even a Zelda guy though. Mega Man X, Star Fox, Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country, the trilogy, Earthbound, and the early Final Fantasy games. But I'm not here to talk about those. I'm here to talk about what some people consider the best Super Nintendo game of all time. And that's Secret of Mana. Everybody says this is a great game with innovative multiplayer and an amazing real-time combat system. It isn't. First off, the multiplayer doesn't come in instantly, which I kind of get for an RPG. It's just that they make it out like it's a core feature when it doesn't come in instantly. Also, who would want to play as these bland characters? Randy's your basic hero who has a Master Sword ripoff. Prim is your basic princess whiny bitch, and the sprite Hoi Hoi, I don't know, is like your average, like, I think she's also annoying. These are just characters that are not likable, but not really unlikable besides maybe Prim. This game also has a battle system that's in real time, kind of like Zelda, except like you have to pause and do special attacks, which would work good if the special attacks weren't RNG based. Like, there's Bloom on the ranged attacks, and you're bound to get hit from the regular melee attacks. So pick your poison. And then you have to spam magic. So you spam the magic, but it doesn't do anything. That's because you have to level it up. So you have to get hurt many times just to be able to survive in the game. So you have to level up everything. Like, you know in Pokemon where you have like multiple stats you have to level up for your Pokemon? Well, imagine like those stats have individual leveling up stats, and they don't level up for each character. And it's not like you use them in battle. Like, if you use them all in battle, sometimes only one will level up. It is just stupid. There's a lot of grinding. And that's an issue we'll get to another game we have later on the list. Hint, it's a Pokemon game. I think Jebtubes said it best. This game isn't fun to battle with. Like, his video is perfect on this game. It's honestly one of those games that I just don't want to play ever again. I played it for like 5 minutes and I hated it. And then the music. The music is revered as some of the best in any RPG game ever. But unlike Earthbound's music, where basically every piece of it is good and fits the atmosphere well, Secret of Mana's music is honestly awful. I'll play a bit from Jebtubes' video.
Numbing than immersive, or just plain annoying.
Video right now. And there you have it, Secret of Mana's music. It's just not good and fun. I don't know why anybody would like to watch or play anything to do with this game. This is just a dumb game. The story is also very generic. The villain has a rip-off name of Thanos. It's Thanatos. Like, why? And overall, I do not recommend playing this game at all. It's a shame it got on the Super Nintendo Classic over Chrono Trigger, which is an amazing game. So, I was originally going to do only one 3D game for this generation, but I'm going to decide to do 3. So, Mario 64, Crash Bandicoot, and Sonic Adventure. We're going to start with Mario 64. It basically embraces the open worldness. There's a whole hub world. But that's not the only open world area. There's no like linear objective like in Sonic Adventure. It's complete open world. Sure, there are linear objectives within the little stages, but the stages are mostly open world. And that's really what makes Mario 64 different. At the time, most 3D games were just straight conversions of games were very linear, like Crash Bandicoot, which we will get to. But Mario 64 was complete open world. You could explore, mess around, kind of like what Green Hill Zone was with Sonic. Except this time there's no actual like linear goal to get to. Instead, it's a natural step. Mario is originally about platforming, and now it's in linearness. Now it's more about exploratory, and that's what makes the 3D Mario games work, in my opinion. And then we have Crash Bandicoot. This is the antithesis to Mario 64. It's built from the ground up, and there's linear 3D sections and 2.5D sections. Honestly, it tries a bunch of stage gimmicks, and it's kind of like what a 3D conversion of Sonic and Mario would be like. If you took like some ideas from Sonic with the gimmicks and like the playground and like linearness of that, and the linear and like tight controls of Sonic, Mario, you got Crash Bandicoot. And Crash Bandicoot's a great game, and it spawned an amazing trilogy. It's not afraid to try new things. Personally, I love Crash, and I think it's a very underrated franchise, and I'm excited for the 4th one. Then we have Sonic Adventure. This game is great. It might even be better than the second one. The second one's more polished, and I love City Escape and Metal Harbor and the tree level, I forgot its name. But there's only one level I hate from Sonic in this game, and that's Lost World. Let's speak about Sonic's gameplay. Sonic's gameplay is amazing in this game. He goes really, really fast. There's a lot of fun platforming, and aside from Lost World, which is just dumb and is the antithesis of Sonic Adventure, it's great gameplay. You also start out in this hub world, which is really cool. Like, it combines what Mario 64 has with what Crash Bandicoot has, and is a really great 3D game. Then there's Tails. Tails can fly, so he's good for exploring the hub world, but he can also, but he's also slower than Sonic, and he can't spin dash. So in the Chaos Emerald stage, we have to race against him, which is his main stages. you always have to be quick and learn to take shortcuts with this flight. It's honestly a very novel concept that I wish was explored more with Tails. Then there's Knuckles, which these Emerald Hunt stages are so much better in every way than Sonic Adventure 2's. Some of them are linear, some of them are more exploratory. In my opinion, I think they're really good. I think they let you just explore and go wild, kind of like what Mario 64 did. Then there's Amy's stages. They're kind of boring, very puzzle-oriented. Not as awful as I thought they were. I don't like Twinkle Park. Her second stage was and her third stage is also pretty bad. Amy's stages are just mediocre at best. And at worst, are just very bad, boring stages. Then there's E102 Gamma. He's really good in my opinion. Better than the Tails and especially Robotnik Mech stages. He doesn't have the hover ability at first, but he gains it. So, it's already infinitely better than the Robotnik Mech stages, and they're not as long as the Tails and Robotnik ones. Honestly, I do recommend playing this game. Oh yeah, and Big the Cat. Yeah, it's awful. I can't even complete the first one. God help me with Big the Cat. So yeah, overall, Sonic Adventure is a great game. So my final thoughts on these games. I think these games are great. I think for early 3D games, these really set the standard. And honestly, sure, some of them may not have aged super well, but I still find them good to come back to. I've never played Crash, but it looks fun. I have played Mario 64, but I haven't beat it. Same with Sonic Adventure. But if you're in the market to look for a 3D game from the 5th generation or even early 6th generation, I recommend these games. Also Sonic Adventure 2, that's great. My next one is a bit different. It's not really a 3D game. It's more of a, well, could you say a beloved RPG franchise? This is Pokemon. Specifically the first generation of Pokemon. The first generation of Pokemon is often looked at as one of the best RPGs of all time. I don't get it. It's a very buggy, boring mess. Even when I liked Pokemon back in the day, I don't much anymore. I guess the 3rd, 4th, and 5th gens are pretty decent. 3rd gen's pretty great. And by the way, this does not apply to Fire Red and Leaf Green. Those games are great. But this does kind of apply to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which are the baby's first Pokemon games. So basically this game is like really hard. Like, really hard. Like a lot of grinding. Not as much as like Secret of Mana, but it's really just that grinding that ruins Pokemon. Second, the game is broken. Some moves will like literally one-shot that you think wouldn't, and some moves that you think would do really good do jack shit. It's really a game that I think is really just needs to be experienced. I don't recommend playing the original Pokemon Red on Game Boy. I much prefer Fire Red if you're gonna play anything, even Let's Go. But Pokemon Red is what I would consider a very boring game. The story is very basic compared to other Pokemon games. Now, Pokemon hasn't been known for their story really until Gen 3-ish, maybe Gen 2, but really Gen 3 through 5 had a lot of story. But the story is basically, you go on an adventure, you catch Pokemon, you battle gyms, you take down evil organization, you catch legendary, beat Elite Four, you Pokemon champion. I feel Pokemon in Japan was more made to make a game. I feel Pokemon in the West was also very marketed like to be like the next big thing, and guess what? People caught on. It's so popular almost 25 years later. Now, these are just the American version. Heck, even Pokemon Yellow has glitches. The Japanese versions, Red and Green from 1995, are some of the most buggy messes of video games you'll ever play. I don't know who in the right mind would ever decide, you know what, I think I'm gonna play Pokemon Red today. Pokemon Red is overrated, okay? Pokemon Blue, Pokemon whatever. Even Yellow. Even Gen 2. Gen 2 has a lot of the same problems. You don't even have running shoes. Misty and Brock are super hard, especially if you picked Charmander, and it's impossible if you picked Bulbasaur to beat Brock. Wait, no, it's Blastoise. Sorry, no, Squirtle. If you pick Squirtle, it's impossible to beat Brock, so you have to level up a Pokemon, so it's a lot of grinding. And there's no XP shares or any of that. Personally, if you're going to play any Pokemon game, play the Gen 3 remakes of these. And if you're going to play really any Pokemon game in general, I recommend playing the Gen 3 games or even the Gen 3 remakes. And the issues with Let's Go, it's just too easy. It's a baby's first Pokemon game. There's no wild battles. Look, I'm not the one to be talking about Pokemon. I haven't really been into it for like 3 years. But whatever you do, don't play Pokemon Red. For Generation 7 of video game consoles, last gen, I gotta say the game I like the most is either between Madden 08 or Minecraft. So I think I'm gonna go with Madden 08 because I think Minecraft has been done to death. Everybody likes to meme Madden 08 is the best game ever because Scott the Woz said it, and I love Scott the Woz, so of course. But the reason Madden 08 is so good is that it just built upon Madden. Madden was really good from 03 or 02-ish to 08, and 09 is where it crashed down. Now, I never really played 08, but from what I can tell, it added a lot, and it was also the last PC Madden, so PC modders are keeping it alive. Personally, I think Madden 08 is a lot of fun. I love the game. I think it looks amazing, and it's a game I really want for my 360. If there's any game I think you should play out there, it's Madden 08. And it's on every platform from last gen, even the GameCube and original Xbox and PS2. So it's on every 2-gen or like previous gen and last gen system. And you can get it on PC and you can mod it to have graphical updates. There's none of this Ultimate Team bullshit, none of this stuff. It's just boring to see Madden 21 just like, Madden 21 looks so bad with that Ultimate Team. Sure, the graphics are better, but Madden 08 is just a great game. It's before EA in 09 decided to do that bullshit thing with the used games, and then do their dumb thing with microtransactions and do a service and stuff. And you know what? Fuck EA, and I love Madden 08. Madden 08 is not boring. Madden 21 is probably boring. I don't know. No Ultimate Team. $160 payment one time, and just a lot of fun. So if I recommend any Madden, it's Madden 08. Now this next game for last gen is kind of current gen system, and I also haven't really played this either. But from what I can tell, it's one of the worst in Call of Duty's history. It's Advanced Warfare. It's the one with the jetpack boost gameplay. I'm going to keep it brief here. I'm not a big Call of Duty guy. I did play Infinite Warfare, didn't love it. I played a bit of Black Ops 4, also didn't love that. And I'm thinking about getting Warzone, but since Fall Guys and Fortnite are super popular right now, and I like playing those much better. Not just because they're popular, just because I prefer those over like Call of Duty, but I'm not gonna get Warzone. Also, I don't want to delete everything off my PS4. Personally, I think that Advanced Warfare was the point where Call of Duty jumped the shark. There was already that game Modern Warfare 3, which a lot of people didn't like because it changed a lot from Modern Warfare 1 and 2. There's also Ghosts, which a lot of people didn't like. Black Ops 2 was well received, and Black Ops, they were all good. But Ghosts was one people just didn't like. Advanced Warfare is basically another evolution of Modern Warfare 3. And there was a stupid jetpack mechanic where, like, there was a jetpack you had to go in. It was like a boost gameplay. It's basically, like I said, where Call of Duty jumped the shark. It's a game that, like, just goes super futuristic and with the Neo theme. This is where, like, a lot of people decide, you know what, COD is becoming oversaturated. And you know what, Black Ops 3, some people didn't like. Infinite Warfare, a lot of people didn't like. COD World War 2, bit better, but still could be much better. Black Ops 4, a lot of people didn't like. I think this is also where loot boxes became prominent in COD. I don't know exactly, because I haven't played Advanced Warfare. But I was thinking with this with last gen, because it did have a last gen release. Personally, should you play Advanced Warfare? No. But is Advanced Warfare an awful game? Yes. Is it probably the worst Call of Duty? Yes. If you're gonna play anything, I'd recommend playing the single player story campaign. I don't even know if the multiplayer is up, but if it is, don't play it. Just play the single player. Every COD is worth it for the single player, though. And if once they get rid of single player for COD, I don't know. The EXO thing just sounds stupid in my opinion. Like with the whole exosuit and the boost and the thing. It sounds fun, but like it just became too complicated. There's also no HUD, so yeah, just don't play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Final one on our list. So this might come as a shocker to you, but my one for current gen is of course Fortnite. Why do I find this game fun? I just find it very unique with the building and the shooting with the first shot accuracy. Although I'm not a Bloom guy, I do find the shooting to be good for this type of game. I find the whole cartoony aesthetic, which is not as much as prevalent in Chapter 2, to be really great. I find the community to be pretty toxic, but you can find a lot of good people in the community if you dig deep enough. Although, don't go on Twitter. Stay far away from Twitter. You'll see people like Dead Gamer, How to Fix Fortnite, Vault, The Pump, Bring Back the Combat and the Burst SMG, Bring Back the Mech, Bring Back Neo Tilted, Vault Casuals, Vault PS4, Vault Controller Console Aim Assist, but only for PS4, add Xbox One PC, Keyboard and Mouse Aim Assist, cringe like that, or people calling, oh, your PC setup isn't a $3,000 million NASA supercomputer, you're poor. But Fortnite really just has a good community, in my opinion, if you can dig deep enough. The artist community is pretty good, the creative community is pretty good, Save the World community is pretty good. Sure, there are people who can overbeg for Save the World, but I get Save the World. They kind of fucked over Save the World. Thankfully, Save the World has been getting some recognition, though. Penny is coming to Battle Royale tomorrow, or today, if you're watching this on Friday, or it already came. I don't know, just something about Fortnite that hooked. Maybe it hit me at the perfect time. Like Fall Guys, I'm probably gonna try that out. That might also encapsulate me with Fortnite. But the game I'm gonna talk about next is a game that really tried. I tried, but just didn't sit right with me. Fortnite just hit me at the perfect time. I like the mechanics. Sure, I was shit, but I love building bases with my friends and having fun. And while the game has gotten more sweaty, much sweatier in fact, I still love being able to play Fortnite with my friends on any device. Besides iOS, you can't do that anymore due to Apple being bitches. And overall, Fortnite is really just a quality game in my opinion. Sure, Season 9, X, and Chapter 2, Season 1 were not really great. I didn't almost quit Season 9, like, I still had fun at the end. Season X, I basically only played creative, and for, like, the end of it. And Chapter 2, Season 1, I just flat out decided, you know what, I'm bored of the game. But Chapter 2, Season 2, and Chapter 2, Season 3 are pretty great games, all things considered. They're pretty good seasons. Personally, the reason I like Fortnite is because all the crazy skins, all the fun mechanics, all the new things, the constant updates, the communication that was there, and just honestly a community that can come together at times and just agree on things. Sure, I think the community is under shit. I hate the Fortnite community. Some instances, it is really just one of the most toxic and awful communities. In comp and casual, yes, there are toxic casual players. Shocker, I know, to a lot of people. I don't think it comes as much of a shock that a lot of the comp community is very toxic. Sure, you'll have people like Nick at 30, who's a great guy. I love Nick at 30. Nick at 30 is one of my favorite. He's just great. But then you'll have people like Mongraal, who when he gets killed, he'll do stuff like this.
Oh, what? Controller player! That is a controller player! I knew it!
Overall, I just want to say Fortnite is a great game. And yes, it is overrated. Yes, the community is toxic. Yes, does it give you as much creative freedom as Minecraft? No, but I feel like it's one of the more creative shooter games out there. It actually requires skill in some instances. The reason I love Fortnite is also it's very open world. And this goes for any Battle Royale game, besides the one I'm about to talk about next. But honestly, I don't recommend playing this next game. But Fortnite, if you haven't tried it out already. I do recommend going into creative or starting with someone because the skill gap has gotten too huge and you don't want to be put with sweaties. Skill-based matchmaking is there, but it's kind of broken. I'm the skill-based matchmaking guy. I don't know. I mean, Drew Gooden tried it out, and he won basically every game. He popped it off with 12 elims, but then he went into a game, and then he, died instantly. So skill-based matchmaking is kind of wonky. I think skill-based matchmaking needs to be reworked, especially for us players who have been playing for a long time, but maybe aren't super sweaty pro people. I don't know, just check Fortnite out, or come back to it. I don't know. Now, the last game in our video is Apex Legends. I never liked this game. From the art style to the character abilities, I like the idea of it. I just don't love it. Apex had this somewhat cel-shaded, somewhat realistic, somewhat cartoon. Games like Apex, it just doesn't work for me. It's not really great on the eyes. I would prefer more like a Titanfall art style, but whatever. Overall, I don't really like the style of this game, and that's not a great start. Now, when I first booted up the game, I thought, hey, this is really fun, I should play a lot of this. But then, I encountered a hacker. I hit this guy with, one of the better guns in the game, like an SMG gun. And you know what, this guy had a Mozambique, and he hit me once and, killed me. He was a hacker, probably. I don't know, maybe I was just shit. Probably that. Also, I didn't know how any of the character abilities work. And I personally found, the whole, one mode mechanic just to be very confusing and boring. Now, look, I know this community has, made the name for themselves, and, there's a whole community around Apex. I'm sorry, also Belinity's in that community, so yeah. But personally, I don't like Apex Legends, if you can't already tell. I don't know how the new seasons are. It's probably a lot better than when I first played. But when I first played, it just didn't appeal to me. It felt too stilted with the art style. The game just felt very boring. It was also made by EA, so eventually, when the game started to get really popular, they were bound to fuck it up, which they miraculously haven't, but I don't know, if they closed down the studio who made it, loot boxes galore for Apex. Also, the first battle pass, the reward was a wrap, not a skin, it was a wrap, which is tier 100 for a wrap. I think that'd be cool, but it should come with a skin, but I don't know. Apex Legends is just overrated in my opinion. It just didn't appeal to me. I do think the game is okay. I do think the game has a good, fandom. Much less toxic than Fortnite. And I think the EA dev who called them all ungrateful freeloaders was awful. But honestly, I just don't like the game. And you know what? Fans of the game, that's okay. I know you have to deal with people like the EA dev who called you freeloaders, but I don't know. If you did enjoy the video, consider liking and subscribing with the notification bell so you can get updated on every video I post. And if you want to, leave a comment so I can get in the YouTube algorithm. Yay! But I know this is a long commentary of me rambling on, and I know it's a lot more still because I kept hitting the pause button like this, and this, and this, and this. And yeah, I'll stop now, but really, if you did enjoy, maybe share it with your friends. I hope you did enjoy, though. That's the real thing. I just hope you enjoyed this. Well, I'm trying to be more into commentary gameplay now. It's probably always going to be Roblox, maybe some Sonic gameplay. Because Fortnite runs like doo-doo on my computer. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.